Let's talk about tsinelas. Ginagamit siya ng mga nanay pamalo, ginagamit siya pandurog ng ipis, ginagamit siya ng mga bata para maglaro ng tumbang preso. Meron pa bang naglalaro nun? Ginagamit siya pang profile kung sino ang hindi pa papasukin sa mall or sa bangko. Slipper, sando, no entry nga, di ba? In the 1500s, hindi uso ang salumpaa. Filipino nobility adorned themselves with fine clothing like silk and gold, pero nakayapa. The slippers we recognize today were introduced to the Filipinos by the Japanese around the 1600s. During that era, there were Japanese settlements in Manila, Ilocos, and Davao. The Japanese word for slippers is zori. Filipinos call the slippers tsinelas, which is a direct Spanish translation. In summertime, when the ground was dry, the Japanese used a basic rice straw zori. In the Philippines, Manila hemp or abaca fiber was used to construct the slippers. In the rainy season, the Japanese wore another type of slippers called the geta. These were wooden sandals with flat soles and two pegs at the base for elevation. The pegs prevented their feet from getting dirty from mud. This influenced the design of the Philippine bakya. When the Spanish captured Manila and successfully colonized the archipelago, they discouraged the use of ethnic clothing and introduced Western clothing in the form of pants and shirts, including their use of shoes or sapatos. Eventually, slippers and shoes became symbols that segregated the Filipino society into different social classes. According to the Yuchengco Museum, the bakya or wooden sandals were considered as cheap and was for the poor majority. The slippers or tsinelas were acceptable for the middle class. The shoes or zapatos were standard for the insulares, peninsulares, and Spanish mestizos. Those without slippers or shoes were often looked down upon. Fast forward many years, in 1945, after the Japanese surrendered and lost World War II, the government was left with no money and an oversupply of rubber. At that time, rubber was largely used for industrial and military purposes. To recover their losses and rebuild their country, they had to monetize their surplus rubber. One solution the Japanese thought of was to create rubber slippers. Japan flooded the world with super cheap yet reliable rubber zoris. In 1950, almost every household in the US owned a pair of rubber slippers, which produced a distinct sound when worn. This sound resulted in the slippers being called flip-flops. Today, wearing slippers does not mean you are a peasant. It just means you want to be comfortable. O, diba?
Meow meow.